universal basic income may seem like a good idea to help poor, disabled, and disadvantaged people. However, in the end, it would be detrimental to society, and the results of the universal basic income policy would leave the people it was meant to help worse off than they are now. With a policy like universal basic income implemented, the strong free market economy of the US and the overall standard of living in the country would collapse. The fundamental problems with universal basic income is that it is universal, meaning everyone would get it for doing different jobs, and even if they do not need it, they will still get it. Economic theory recognizes the trade-off between the efficient allocation of resources based on a free market and the inefficient allocation of resources when the government gets involved to take resources from some and redistribute it to others. Some people who can't take care of themselves need income from the government. The US and many other countries who are democratic and have a free market economic system provide money, medical care, housing, and other benefits to the poor, old, and disabled. In order to fund that, taxes from individuals and companies that make money is redistributed to the needy. If people who don't need help get the same amount of universal basic income as the people who really need it, that takes a big bite of the efficient allocation of resources in a free country with a market economy. Communist countries have a centralized government-controlled economy where the government regulates income and consumption for their people. But this type of economy is inefficient and results in shortages of sometimes starvation of their people. Communist countries such as Russia and China have had to embrace some elements of a free market economy in order to not have shortages of things their population needs. Someone with actual knowledge of how universal basic income has worked in practice in communist countries would realize that taking an element out of a communist government-controlled economy that creates inflation and shortages isn't a good idea. Another consequence of universal basic income is that it discourages work and increases dependence on a government which is funded by people who work. Democratic governments with free markets and a social welfare safety net of income and benefits for the members of society who can't take care of themselves is a better way to approach helping people who need it while keeping the economy strong. Finding ways to help the economy be efficient and to allow people who can work to keep as much of what they earn as possible while still taking a little away to help people in need who can't work is a better approach than a policy of universal basic income.